Right then, got me a little off skew there, aren't we? Let's try that. Got me plate in the vise and got my pole from outside in the vise. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect because, well, the shed ends straight anyway, to be honest. But what we're looking to do is let the job, so to speak, do the work for us. We've got a round surface and we need a round thing. So take your ball peen. Now you could use heat on this if you wanted to. I'll bring you around the back here. That produces a nice curve there to the pole. But that is not where you want it, it's a little short. So what we'll do is we'll now slide that out and continue to form it by hand. Now that we've got the initial bend going on in there. So we're going to form it up here. Make sure there's nothing in the way. Get this out of the vise for a minute. So now we can sink the pole a little bit deeper between the jaws of the vise. Square her off. Tighten her up so she don't go anywhere. So yeah, so we've got this nice radius in it. That's not quite where we want it. So what we're going to do now is keep using the pole. And all I'm doing is as I'm going round, I'm pushing the metal around like that as I'm hammering it to continue this arc, and I can always get backwards where I want to be at the end. And I've got that lovely radius in it, but it's not even. So what we do now is, this is the tricky part, you pull one edge out and push the next edge in. Work towards you, it is a little easier. And you always try to get that curve in there. Don't worry if it slops around and that. Get the next bit bend. You can bend most of it by hand if you want to. Like that, you see. It's pretty close. So what I could do now is bend it. It's fairly light metal, you know. I can use the hammer and the pole and put me a cylindrical surface in it. I'm close to the vise as possible. Let's give you around, might see. I'm close to the vise as I can get without being silly. So I'm using the pole It's almost like cold forming. So we end up with a curve in our metal plate. It doesn't matter, like I said, this is a rough job. I want to get it up. But we need to know, you need to know now that underneath where my finger is down here, that is the bottom of the pole. And the pole, that's where your 90-degree bends need to be. Get your trusty marker, come underneath, draw them, and you've got your two lines inside. Done with this for a moment. Actually, while we're there, I'm just going to quickly bend up the other one. We'll just do that in a minute. I'm going to do this one by eye and by hand. I've done it a few times before. Been playing with hammers and metal since I was a kid. Got pretty good at forming now. Then that's thanks to my old man who's just had his 77th birthday. Would you believe that? 77th birthday, and I'm only 31. Dirty old bastard. I've done that. Let's get this part away. We'll do the next stage. Because it's gone 8 o'clock. light's going to start dropping soon, and a friend of mine who's also a radio operator is away on holiday at the moment, so I'd quite like to get it done before he comes back. Now, this is here is the tricky part, because you haven't quite got enough room anywhere to sort of do this, you see. You can't sort of sit it in there like that. We could, but you wouldn't get the right thing back. I'll show you a trick. You know how high you need to make the bend. So you grab said pole. I mean, if you've got a weld on your pole like I have on this one, you know, don't use the weld part. Stick it in bottom. Make sure it's clamped. It's not clamped, is not the word I'm looking for here. Level on the pole. Take your position right. Do you have ass up? And you've got square jaws. Oh look. Square it off. Superman! Obviously it will move from your point a bit, but I can look across that and see what time that's got a screw in it each side. That's going to be pretty damn good. This is a homebrew job, so, you know, can't argue, can you? Eh? Get out of the way. So we now have one clamp, and we'll form the block side out there in the open, in the elements, so to speak. Oh, I wonder how many people are going to the wilderness gathering as well this coming weekend in Wiltshire, the old buffalo farm there. Any of my subscribers going, if you want to hook up and say hello, more than happy. I'll be out there wandering around in my dodgy leather hat, and I'll be taking the old Landy. Be there from about 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that, wandering around. There's a chap called Canoe Bushcraft. Canoe Bushcraft 1 is his YouTube channel. His name's Joe. And he'll be down on the water. He's there all weekend. If you get a chance, go down and see him. Cracking fella. Lovely guy. Short head. I can use that hole, see? Right then. What more can I say? Now we've got to drill it. Yeah, want to hook up down there, you're more than welcome to. Keep a watch out for me. Say hello! Chief Monkey J, you lunatic! That's bloody lovely, that, isn't it? Like an airplane. Jay, you're too childish. Yes. Yes, I am. Right then. You go in your trusty toolbox. You get your trusty centre punch, and you make it up as you go along. I want one there, and one. By the way, when you centre punch, even if you do it in the wrong place, only do it once. Otherwise you won't have right holes. Those are two, they're not close enough, so I'm going to just in the same sort of line, just pull them back a bit. Right. But you only hit it once, that's all you ever do. But you want to put a centre punch mark in, then your drill doesn't go flying around in circles when you're trying to drill, you see. It all makes sense, doesn't it? And here I am ranting away to a camera like you're in the same bloody room. And there's my battery charged. Yay! We have power, He-Man! That noise you can hear, by the way, is a fan. It's the only fan I've got. No, it's not really. But it's a fan trying to keep the bench grinder cool. Spiggity spiggity spog. Drill bit. So you go higher or lower? What we're going to do is we're going to use the vise to hold everything in place. Right, let's drill this bad boy. I think my drill bit's blunt. Nope, maybe not. Definitely not. Two holes. See? Got underneath this time. Ain't got the room. Smoking! 4 holes. Right, I've got to change SD cards, and we'll come back in a bit. Right, hopefully you guys can see this as well, even if it's not necessarily in my head. I've got you propped up on a fence. Poles here, no blocks. Got to make sure she's as level as possible, really. So I could do it about that way. Can always tie her in. So we're going for that. Funny enough, we're in between each block anyway. So I fucking just moved it, didn't I? Plonker J. Never mind, I shall try that again as soon as I get this bloody screw out of there. Got it. Luckily the bottom ain't moved. Yes, just a smidge. Nearest bloody damn it is the swearing. This is where another pair of hands could really come in handy. Get it? Hands, handy. You know, that sort of shit. bloody close enough. Close enough. Let's check it again. Not free bad, lad. Not free bad. Right. Not much card remaining on that, and not much light by the look of it. It is getting on a bit, but never mind. We'll get this done as fast as we possibly can. Right, just going to bang over the edges now. That's top and bottoms in there. Oh shit, there goes the crates. Use a ladder. I'm fighting the weather as well now. It's starting to rain around me, which is never fun. We'll just bang this lot in. I might have to support this a bit more, but we'll see. At least stage 1 is on there and it will clear the roof. get you guys in. We've done that. Let's get you guys in so you can see. A bit of light. Shed a little light on the subject. Right. As you can see, I went around the block. Just happened to have a filing cabinet in forest green. She's on there. And that's the top one. Let's climb up. Turned out okay. Right? The only thing stopping this moving at the moment is the shed itself. And it's not a very high quality shed. So we gotta do something about it. But if you look up there, I'll get the angle a bit better. It's not gonna hit the top, just gonna clear it. So I'm gonna put the other pole on top of here with the antenna on and run the coax up in here, put a small hole through, run the coax in. That'll work a treat. Now, it's starting to get dark out here and it's starting to rain, so I think we'll kill that off. What's that? We're on 9 minutes already. Bloody hell. We'll kill that off and put it up tonight, and then you will have to wait for part 2. Part 2 will follow in a few days time, because I can't do it all in one night, quite frankly, and this is on the fly building. So this is Chief Monkey Dre bringing you bushcraft antennas, monkey style. Actually, I wonder how many of you guys would be interested to see some homemade antennas going up, various bits and pieces. Let me know, I will be interested. We'll see what we can do. Alright buddy, I'm out of here. I'll catch you on the flip-flop.